All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator with bullsonwallstreet.com with the free weekly swing trade report. Today, we're going to talk about two sectors that should be at the top of your watch list, potentially for trades, even though they are a little extended right now. That is financials and housing. SPY is up big right now. IWM is up big right now. And the Qs are lagging a bit. And I'm going to pull up IWM. You can see that this is a broader based index. And financials, housing, they're going to have a bigger impact on this. Whereas the Qs are more tech related. And you can see they've been lagging a little bit. Still doing fine, up. But there has been a rotation into some different areas. And housing and financials are two of the big ones here. So they've made a big run, and if we look at the financials ETF, you can really see the extent of it, up almost 1% yesterday, and has been flying here from about 23.85 all the way to 26 here since early September. Big move here. So definitely a sector I want on my radar. Now, what I'm normally going to do with a normal sector is I identify, okay, I like financials. Then I'm going to go through all the stocks. And financials has a lot of big stocks like Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. And then they have the regional, smaller stuff that generally is going to move a little faster. And I try to pick between those. But with financials, and I could just go into XLF, and you can see the market just opened here. I could go into XLF here and go through the stocks. But I'd be wasting my time because most of them are not going to beat the triple leveraged ETF. And for financials, that is FAS. You can see here, yesterday, financials, I just showed you, made a 0.85% move, almost 1%. And you can see yesterday with FAS, and for some reason it is not showing it here when I go back, but it was up around 3%. So you're basically getting triple the leverage. If the underlying is up 1%, FAS is going to be up 3%. And obviously, if it goes down faster as well. But the point being, it's more volatile than most of the financial stocks. So you can just use FAS basically to be your trade for financials. Now you could pull up something like Goldman Sachs or Wells Fargo, and you can see they actually we're right in line with the market. I'm still having some issues here with TC2000, but FAS is what we're going to go with. Now, also housing, and let's take a look at housing. You can see housing has been doing even better than financials. A move here from about 38 to 40, gapping up today. The market just opened as I'm recording this, and you can see that gap up this morning. Now with housing, there is not a triple leverage ETF, so I usually don't trade the underlying, so we're going to go to the stocks. Now let's pick some of my favorites here. We've got Toll. This is one of the big ones for housing, and you can see it's made a nice run here from 36 to 42. So definitely at the top of the watch list, and what you'll notice here, they are extended. So I'm going to look for a pullback to the high here, which also would correspond with the 9. And a strong sector is usually going to hold the 9 or break down and then remount that. So we're going to watch Toll very carefully for a continuation pullback type play. That's continuation means it's run and it's going to pull back and then continue. That's the setup for this here. Now a lower float, LGIH, has moved actually well, about the same, I would say, but in the overall pattern, just testing the high, and actually failed at the high here, but still a nice run here from 40 to 50, and now has pulled back. And what we want to see now is, I'm actually not going to buy it on the pullback. I want to see it pull back and then start to break. And if it starts to break to the upside, we can get in. So you can see with this sector here, I'm not looking to get in today. I'm going to watch for these patterns. Maybe they develop tomorrow, maybe the end of the week, maybe early next week, but keep these two areas on your radar. LGIH and then DR Horton, DHI, has made a really fantastic move quick here from 36 to 40. Again, very extended. We want to see it consolidate, then break, and actually you might even be able to take a quick runner short here as it's extended if you were to get a signal. But the way we're actually looking at it right now for the sector analysis is to go long. And then BZH also has made a fantastic run here. A little bit of a lower float, only 30 million, which is why it can move like this. It's moved from 14 to almost 20 here in 1927. Again, we want to see a pullback and a hold of that level. So patterns are basically the same for all of these. And then we'll pull up one more. Lennar here. This one is gapping up huge this morning. I didn't even know about this, but gapping up big. It had been lagging a little bit, but I think this gap takes care of that. Breaking the highs. We'll probably play this as a breakout play rather than a continuation pullback. So we're going to look at some breakout patterns. So watch for either a consolidation and break or a pullback for the breakouts. And let's pull up one more. PHM, Pulte. This one's been lagging a little bit, although the overall pattern is nice. Essentially, we're going to do the same thing again. It's running, and we're going to look for a pullback. So what are we watching this week? We're watching housing, we're watching financials, and essentially we're waiting for a pullback for a good entry. And you can see pullbacks have been good entries throughout here. So look for that pullback. Keep these sectors, these stocks on your radar. Again, FAS for financials. If you want, you can investigate from some of the stocks, but really FAS is going to be good enough here. Play the pullback. So that's it for the weekly swing report. Remember, you can sign up for bullsonwallstreet.com, the swing trade report, where I go over this stuff every morning. And I will see you guys next week with another weekly swing.